match is going to the grand finals, while the loser is knocked out of the tournament.
And it should be mentioned that you will be in the grand finals, guess.
That's right. So the winner of this race is going to face me in the grand finals. So yeah, 100%. All the 47 golden balloons and 5 golden trophies and the pieces of the Whizbig amulet and the pieces of the TT amulet and the 4 keys and beat the final boss. Those are the requirements for 100%.
In a casual playthrough, you have to get everything except the final trophy.
Yeah. Wow. Fantastic charge bonk from Obiyo. Pretty sloppy from Nordic so far. Obiyo crashes into the top of the tunnel instead. So there's quite the margin in these guys' times. So this will be a very tough game to win for Nordic, but there's a chance. Because Obiyo has a 149.03 and Nordic has a 153.00. So the difference is pretty big, but NordicBoa is the overall champion in time trials and has recently lowered his times a huge amount in the speedrunning categories, especially ultra races. So yeah.
They are skipping the cutscene at the start of the race where the camera shows the racers for the very first time. To just restart the race and then you can skip it anyway.
Yeah, because you like the first time you enter a race, you're forced to watch the camera going over all the characters and showing them. But if you just pause and restart the race, you can skip that cutscene, and it saves 20 seconds over the course of the run. So it's not a huge amount at every level, but it adds up. Alright, so Obiyo got the cutscene skip at the end, while Nordic didn't. And the first time you watch a cutscene, it's gonna be long, like this one. But from this time on, you will be able to just get a short version of it. But
still
every time you miss
6 seconds.
Yep, 6 seconds every time you miss it, and it's a frame perfect trick.
And I consider that there's 40 of those in the game.
That's right. And 4 of them are worth 12 seconds instead of 6, I mean. So.
And if you get the first 4, you get the long forced cutscene in Fire Mountain, which is shorter than getting it in a race.
Yeah. But yeah, so it looks like Obiyo is far ahead now, but he's not really that far ahead. Because he hasn't watched the long cutscene yet, since he got both the cutscene skips. Yeah, let's see if Nordic remembers the key.
Yeah, forgetting keys is a classic DKR mistake.
Yeah. Because when you practice the levels, you usually don't practice them with the key. So it's easy to forget that you're supposed to pick it up. But none of them have done so. But Nordic was doing it a little risky, because the hitboxes of the keys are really bad. So going for it on lap 3 is not optimal, but it went well this time.
Let's talk about Canyonless.
Yeah, sure, you can do that.
That nice trick that they're doing in Fossil Canyon, where they grab a blue balloon and also take the zipper to combine the boosts. That's called Canyonless, because you just fly over that canyon.
Yep.
And
obviously the name is taken from the Canyonless in SN64.
It's more important than just some random other trick from a track, because Fossil Canyon is one of the tracks that you'll see a lot in 100%, so it adds up.
That was a very solid one from Obiyo, 100. That's a good time in a run. That's basically what you're going for. So that was really solid. Yeah. Obiyo was playing a little sloppy in the beginning, but it's getting better and better. And Nordic, he's losing some time on Obiyo so far, but a lot of things can happen, obviously. Obiyo going for a pretty fast, like the faster strat here in Hot Volcano. The first out of bounds trick of the run.
The strat where you go out of bounds later.
Yeah. And he collects bananas, so his laps are faster, but his first lap is slightly slower. Yeah, he messed up the trigger a little bit there, but no huge deal. So yeah, Nordic is also going for the faster strat here, but he's going for the balloon instead of for the zipper. Also went well.
Nordic even get an extra banana?
No. Let's see what happened to... Whoa, huge mistake from Obiyo.
Wow.
He clicked back in bounds without getting the trigger.
Really costly.
Yeah, that's a huge mistake. Wow, okay. That's a very uncommon mistake to see from Obiyo. He actually lost over 20 seconds
But
there.
he got all the cuts and skips.
Yeah, but it's not that big. Like, the first cut and skip is only 3 seconds. Okay, Nordic missed another one. So he has lost like 9 seconds on cuts and skips, while Obiyo didn't. But Obiyo lost over 20 seconds.
Things are going to get interesting at the first boss race.
Yep, RNG hype.
Because there is a trick that they will try to do.
Yep, a trick that was discovered about 3 weeks ago. Very new trick, and yeah, you'll see it here, Obiyo. Let's see.
Based on ancient game FAQ posts that told people that they just randomly won the race by...
Okay, second try. Second try. Wow, Obiyo, Nordic got squished. The second try, that's pretty good. And Nordic does not get it first try. So this trick is RNG based. Oh, second try as well. Wow. Okay, even RNG. That's good.
So tell us, why does this even work?
Well, you got to know a lot of stuff about like how triggers and stuff work. So it's hard to explain if you're not like into that stuff. But basically, if you get into the corner, like if you go backwards for the goal line, the game thinks that you're behind the goal line and activates a trigger there. It doesn't really do anything because the race finishes at a specific trigger or like checkpoint. But if you go into the corner, there are 2 overlapping triggers, and if you leave that area at the right time, because like those 2 triggers are alternating each frame, and if you leave the area at the right like time, then it will get stuck at a specific checkpoint, and then the checkpoint will they will count backwards until you reach the finish line. Well, the game thinks that you reach the finish line from behind the goal.
I don't think it would work like this if the map didn't happen to be like a spiral.
No, I think it's because the you can read, like, since it's a spiral, I think it thinks that you're going behind the goal when you're going backwards. So yeah, okay, that's the basics of the trick that they did tricky.
And by explaining that...
Whoa, so Nordic got his egg stolen. He also had problems with this in the losers semifinals. Did someone drop an egg on Nordic's nest?
It should be mentioned that this is the worst part of DKR.
Nah, it's not too bad. It's just that Andy is not that good at it. So the thing is, if you in the minigames, the CPUs will have a similar pattern every time if your own movement is the same. So we have strats so that we can place the eggs with there being almost 0% chance of them to screw you over, but it can happen. So, and the thing that happened to Nordic was that he messed up the movement a little, I think, and he was too slow at shooting Crunch down, so he got the egg. Alright, but now we're completely even on like cutscenes and stuff, so they are on the same route. Obiyo got the cutscene skip. So this means that Nordic is like 25 seconds behind.
Yeah, this will be a tough race for Nordic.
Yeah.
But if he gets
even
that
though
out of bounds...
Even though Andy is the #1 fan of Nordic, I think this is going to be a very, very tough thing for Nordic, because Obiyo is a super good runner at this game, and he, yeah, as we mentioned earlier, his PB is 4 minutes faster.
Total Nordic fangirl, the god of Germany.
Versus the god from Quebec, Obiyo.
And the reason why Nordic is so good at time trials and total times is because time trials have a ton of hover categories. Most of the categories are hover, and if you're good at hover, you're good at time trial. I'm not saying that this is the only thing that Nordic is good at, but it really helps him that he's good at hover.
I mean, he's ranked #3 in hover in time trials, while he has most world records out of any player in car. So I would still say that his car is extremely good in time trials. He has the most car records out of any player. Okay. Both of them missed the cutscene skip in Ancient Lake. But as you can see, Obiyo already has a very solid lead. Even though Obiyo actually lost 20 seconds in Hot Top Volcano earlier, he still is over 30 seconds ahead. But yeah, I mentioned Obiyo is a very solid player. His time is only 5 seconds behind world record.
Yeah, he had the record until very recently.
Yeah. And he is super capable of beating it. Cutscene skip from Bio. Decent race. A little harsh at the end, but still decent. Let's see. So yeah. So Bio's basically gonna collect all the coins on the first lap here, and go out of bounds on the second lap. Nice from Nordic.
You don't want to miss the coin here on the first lap.
No, because then you have to go back and bounce early. So it's really really annoying. But Nordic saved 2 seconds on Obiyo in that Fossil Canyon, so that was very solid. So let's hope for Obiyo's sake that he doesn't lose another 20 seconds in this hot volcano.
And it happened.
Yeah.
Nordic.
That's gonna cost him maybe 4 or 5 seconds, because he will now have to re-enter the level earlier than he wants to.
It's not that bad if you miss one of the last two, the zippers, but that one is earlier.
Yeah, so he needs to go back and bounce early. But okay, time for Bio to do another RNG thing. Oh, he got wrong weighed. So Nordic was a little eager with the turn, so he didn't get the trigger. So he had to turn it back. So Bio is getting a bigger lead. But of course, it's RNG, this trick. So let's see how it goes. First try. Alright. Okay, so he was very lucky with the trick here. Now he's restarting the console because he doesn't.
From Quebec.
Yeah, this is yeah, his lead is enormous right now.
The game.
So Nordic kind of needs to get good RNG here. Because Obiyo got second try plus first try, which is very, very lucky.
By the way, the game is saved in the second frame after you finish the race for the bosses. So that means you can't do the pause cutscene skip trick because that only works on the first frame.
Yeah. Let's see, Nordic. Not first try, okay. Let's see. While Obiyo is doing the card challenge, it's kind of boring race, so we'll just check for how it goes Nordic. Not second try either. So every attempt costs around 9 seconds. Okay, third try. So Nordic lost like 18 seconds or so on RNG to Obiyo.
He will make up for it with Gluey out of bounds.
I really hope he doesn't go for it, to be honest, because that's if you miss that trick, you lose like 45, 50 seconds.
I know, but
it saves two. It saves 2.
He's normally really consistent at it.
Yeah, but yeah, it's not smart to do in a race like this.
But that's why I love him.
Okay, so now it's time for Frosty Village.
Laggy Village.
Yeah, a lot of lag in this level. Kind of straightforward level, but it's still pretty difficult. This jump in the beginning can be really annoying sometimes, but he handled it well. Because sometimes you can glitch to the ground a little and fly to the side, to the right, and you can't really
hit the ground and then jump off it.
Yeah, because that keeps the momentum for a longer period of time than just flying over it.
There's also a trigger glitch you can do here to get a fast lap in time trial.
Yeah, there are a bunch of those in the in time trials for fast laps. It's like a similar thing that you saw in Tricky, but only for fast laps. Wow. Obiyo helped Diddy with some speed right there. Yeah, it's okay. Missed cutscene skip for Obiyo. There's an opportunity for Nordic to catch up, but Nordic is over a minute behind already, which is very harsh.
Obiyo didn't skip the opening cutscene here because that would actually be lower for Snowball Valley.
Yeah. And Snowball Valley and Whale Bay are the only 2 tracks where that's the case.
Also, he will have to get a key. Let's see how he does that.
He's usually super fast at it. Yeah, we'll see. First of all, he needs to get blue, yeah. Yeah, very good cutscene, key grab. I'm not sure why he used the blue balloon first though, because it's a little slower. You usually want to use it right after you get the key, since you slow down so much when you grab it. But this race is still solid from Obiyo, 47 with a cutscene skip. Nordic misses the cutscene skip in Frosty Village, just like Obiyo, so we actually lost time over Obiyo there, because Obiyo had a faster race than Nordic. And you saw the key cutscene right there. Now let's see, Obiyo, a couple of days ago in a 100% run, he got the IL world record in this level. So yeah, let's see.
Obiyo is really good at playing.
Yeah, but don't tell him because he gets too cocky if you tell him. But yeah, he's really good at playing, and he has a very good understanding on how to keep momentum a long period of time. And the first lap was very good. 6 bananas and a low of 21. That's a very good first lap.
Really getting good at playing is what it takes to become a top player.
Yeah, it's usually where the most amount of time is saved. Because being very slow in playing costs you a lot of time compared to being slow in other vehicles.
Mm-hmm. The thing is, like, Hovercraft, you don't see it that much in 100%. There's just not that many races with it.
Yeah. 59, that's very good.
No
But
cuts and
he
skip.
missed the cut and skip.
It's
Which is
better
really
to play
unfortunate.
sloppy and get all the cutscene skips. It sucks.
Yeah. But still, Nordic missed the cuts and skip in Snowball Valley. So I kind of got evened out on the cutscene skip there because, yeah, Obiyo got the cutscene skip in Snowball Valley. But yeah, Nordic will have a very difficult time. Oh, hit the tree. It's super punishing to hit stuff while you're in the plane because the acceleration is extremely slow. So that's why you want to be like want to keep yourself being in a boost all the time. And by like what you can do to do so is, I mean, of course using zippers and balloons, but also by doing barrel rolls, because barrel rolls give you a small speed boost. So you kind of always want to be in a boost in plane.
It's just
And with that,
zippers and barrels and balloons, basically.
yeah, and you don't want to interfere it by holding the A button. So you basically don't want to use the A button at all.
Yeah, pressing A cancels those boost states.
Yep. So yeah, Nordic is having some troubles with this race for sure. So Obiyo got a 59, and Nordic has a 114. He got the skip though, so that evened it out a little. But that was a very rough race from Nordic. And Obiyo is having a pretty solid Waters Cove at the same time with the cuts and skip. And Obiyo's a minute and a half ahead at this point. So the lead is growing bigger and bigger.
I know where I won't see a bluey one out of bounds.
We'll see if it comes up. Well done!
Thank you.
Now I challenge you to a race. Bluey, the walrus.
I should mention that Nordic is at least top 4 in every balloon race category.
Yeah, those aren't that updated though, but yeah. He more impressively, I think, compared to that, is that I think he's top 4 in every single time trial time in the entire, like, out of the, I think there are 119 different categories, or like,
Yeah, it's
fast laps /
119.
3 laps. Yeah, and he is top 4 in every single one.
I think
That's more
he
impressive.
wanted to go for the top 3, but some of them are really hard.
Yeah. And he has third most world records in time trials.
One of the
after
problems is
Ian
that
Brendan.
Hover, yeah, exactly. Hover has Brandon, and he's like a specialist for Hover. He's the absolute god of that vehicle.
Yeah. He
So
doesn't
getting
speed
close
run
to
though.
his times is not an easy task.
No, it's like impossible for anyone. Another missed cuts and skip for Nordic.
We'll
It's
see
looking really-
more Hover now.
It's looking really rough for Nordic right now. Time for the hover challenge. Tell me about how this is the worst race in the game, Andy.
I can tell you how much fun Hover Challenge is. It's that one race where it's only about your snaking skills and getting the right rhythm for the A-tapping. There's no zippers to interfere with it. And you can try to go to the right side of the bridge, which Obiyo didn't. That's a bit faster, but it's a bit risky because you can easily get disqualified and going too much to the right.
That's right. Nordic did not go for the out of bounds, right? I didn't watch actually. So I was checking the hover challenge from Obiyo. And Obiyo's driving pretty well on the hover challenge.
The developers just decided to give you a speed boost when you do a turn like this, so you just turn all the time, you snake.
Yeah. But the yeah, of course, Grand Moff, I definitely agree. You can't count him out, but we have to remember that Obiyo is a runner who, like, he has beaten, like, the time Nordic's PB is slower than every single race time that Obiyo has gotten in this tournament. And since the tournament began, we found a trick, or well, Fash technically found a trick that saves well, like 1 minute, over 1 minute. But in this run for Obiyo, it saves like 1 minute and 10 seconds. So yeah, who's
Yes.
ahead? Obiyo is far ahead. Far ahead.
That's the
would
wrong
say,
warp RNG, but
Yeah.
it's not that much.
No,
Yeah.
it's like if Obiyo gets the worst possible RNG and Nordic the best possible RNG, it's still not going to be like he's maybe going to like gain like 45-ish seconds. So.
Even if you get the perfect RNG, it don't automatically just gain time. You also have to get cutscene skips.
Yeah, exactly. So
More on that later.
another good race from Obiyo. That's a sub 40 Trisha Caves, which is very good.
Nordic is doing that strat where he goes to the right side of the bridge.
Yep.
And, does he still have the world record for hover challenge?
Yes. This hover challenge is slightly faster than Obiyo's, but mainly because he's going to the right and not to the left. But yeah, 111 is very, very good.
That's a beginner mistake, that you end the hover challenge in the water and then the balloon will be too high for you to immediately grab it.
Yeah, so you want to finish on land, so the height is not a problem, so you can just grab it and go to Sherwood Island. This is a very good Pirate Lagoon so far from Obiyo. Looks to be like a 52 or something like that. Which
The
is very
hover specialists do not even like this track.
non-time time trials. 53. That's a good time, but he missed the cut and skip. So that's yeah, that's unfortunate.
It's one of the harder cutscene skips because it's hover and you're coming out of a boost.
Yeah, usually difficult when you come from a boost because the lag, the game tends to lag when you're boosting and coming towards the goal line. So when you have to do a frame perfect pause, it's more like it's harder when it's lagging.
So Obiyo is doing my favorite track in the game. He also has to get a key that happens to be in the water.
Yep. So I think he usually goes for the key on the third lap. It doesn't really matter if you do it on the third or the second lap, but usually it's preferable to go on the second lap, but it doesn't really matter too much. So, oh wow, okay. That oil slick, very unusual position for that oil slick on the bio screen there.
I don't remember seeing that.
No, that's very. I'm not sure if I've seen it before. Alright, so Bio's going for the key here. See if the waves and stuff is aligning. Okay, that's okay.
You have to hold the A button and swimming or being off-road.
Yep.
It's a small detail that so many new players forget.
Yeah, they keep tapping the A button while being in the water, and you barely move. Wow, another oil slick. Very weird positions for the oil slicks for Obiyo. Very unlucky. Whoops.
That's a rough ending.
Yeah, Nordic had a pretty good last lap on that Pirate Lagoon, but the first 2 laps were pretty rough. Good luck, Goliath, on your bet. Oof, ow. That bonk is... I have seen him doing that bonk ever.
Nordic is nervous.
Yeah, I think so. He knocked out Joe D'Amelio in the last round, which was maybe a surprise because Joe has a better PB in 100% and has been more focused on speedrun categories than Nordic has.
Yeah, Nordic does not speedrun 100% for that long.
I mean, he has been speedrunning for a long time, just that he has done it like in spurts. He has just like done runs for a little bit, and then he only does ILs, and then he comes back a little to runs, and then he just does ILs for a long time.
In the race, Joe D'Amelio choked hard on Spaceport Alpha.
Very good whale bay.
That's-
Yeah, very good whale bay from Obiyo, but he missed the skip again.
It's the one
But-
that you always miss.
Yep. In my opinion, the most difficult cut and skip in the entire game, whale bay. In my opinion, the most difficult one in the game. See, Nordic getting the cut and skip, good. He got it on the repause. So if you get the timing, yeah, if you get the timing right, you can earn like pause buffer every frame. So you can get the cuts and skip the next one if you pause one early or two early or something like that. Well done, friend.
Alcohol!
Yeah. The winner of this match is facing me.
Digas.
Yeah. I knocked out Obiyo in the winners finals. No, not tonight. In next week. We're planning on doing it on November 14th, which is the 20th anniversary for this game.
The god from Sweden,
What's up, Benzone?
the country that has speedrunning as a national sport.
I'm not sure about that, but we have a lot of good speedrunners here. See, Nordic, does it get the cut skip? Yes, he does. Nice. It was a pretty slow, like he had to do a double pause buffer, but yeah. But as you can see, Obiyo has already restarted the game to skip the cutscene there. So yeah, Obiyo is probably almost 2 minutes ahead, I think. If there's worldwide record holder. Yeah, I have the world record in this category.
Plain challenge now by Obiyo.
Yeah.
Easily the hardest touch challenge. For me at least.
This challenge is very difficult because
It's the easiest to get disqualified.
yeah, and easiest one to lose a lot of time in, because if you bonk once, then it's usually really laggy at the spot you're bonking at, and you probably lose like 5 seconds. So yeah, but this plane challenge is amazing so far from Obiyo. Yes, this includes space stuff, because that's a part of 100% in.
That's the true ending.
Yeah, 57. That's a very solid plane challenge from Obiyo.
And he will go for first trophy storage now.
That's right. The barrels make him go faster, yes. The barrels give you a small speed boost. Just like a tiny zipper, tiny balloon. But in this game, speed adds up. So like if you use a boost into a boost, you get more speed out of it. So if you chain barrels, you go faster and faster and faster. But I mean, it does cap obviously at one point, but you can go up to 150. But just look at Nordic's screen right now. And look at when he's doing barrel rolls, and look at the speedometer. There's a whisk for witches. So yeah, look at the speedometer on Nordic's screen there. If you want to see what the barrels do.
Obiyo is just doing the first trophy race of Dino Domain. but he will not actually finish it.
Nope. He will do a little trick at the end. Oh, Nordic bonking. That's what I told you. Like those, it's actually pretty easy to bonk in the point plane challenge, and it's very punishing if you do so. Sounds good. Yeah, around 1%. It's like it's hard to tell exactly how much they do. I know that Faj has a graph of the speed increase, but I'm not entirely sure. It's only by holding A as well, so I'm not sure how much it changes when you're tapping A. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Obiyo is awful at Ancient Lake, so yeah, no, I'm kidding. But this trophy has been a little harsh for Obiyo. 105 plus a cannon is slower, way slower than his average.
Yeah, shoutouts to Blake, the god of Ancient Lake.
Yeah, Blake Bates, the world record holder for Ancient Lake Balloon Race. 32.84. So yeah, this is a fight between Canada and Germany.
Well, I have the fastest Ancient Lake in my country, but that doesn't mean much.
Yeah, Switzerland doesn't have too many Diddy racing players.
Okay, time for the big trick on
Yep.
the Obiyo side.
Yes, so Bio is now going for the wrong warp here in Hot Tub Volcano in order to just okay. So he got Dragon Car, which is the worst possible one, but it's most likely yeah, it's the most likely outcome. He's gonna go to Snowflake Mountain because he's stupid. No, I'm kidding. But it's actually better to go to Sherbet Island here. But since he has Snowflake on his splits, he is going there.
Yeah, he doesn't want to mess up his splits, but yeah, if you go to Sherbet Island, then you can get another chance at getting the faster overworld movement by getting overworld wrong warp.
That's right. So yeah, now we look at the strat here. Oh, this is getting unlucky here. The CPUs are not moving like he wants them to. I see that on his minimap. It's not going to work out. He's going to lose time here for sure.
That's not nice.
Drumstick
you have
is
to chase
down.
them. That sucks. And he has
Yeah,
to chase
because
them
now
with 8.
Drumstick is going down to the bottom floor. So he's losing a lot of time here.
Normally, with the setup, they're supposed to move around
Wow,
the same
he
time.
went for another spin. Wow, this is extremely unlucky from Bio.
Okay, Nordic has the chance to catch up here.
Extremely unlucky. So he probably lost like 25-30 seconds there.
So he gets the TT amulet piece now that takes priority, even though he's in a trophy race.
Yeah. So now he's gonna re-enter Ice Cream and commit suicide because, you know,
He's practicing for lose all minigames as a category.
Nordic also got the Dragon Car Warp, but he's probably gonna go for Sherbet Island. Yeah, no, Obiyo is far ahead. No, Nordic is going for Snowflake. I'm not sure why. Maybe to even out the route, but both of them are doing routing mistakes technically.
Most players go to Snowflake first.
Yeah.
Just
So
30
see-
safe frames just started doing it.
Let's see if Nordic... He's gonna back up here in the beginning. Like that. And now let's see if Nordic can get the good strat here.
It was found only very recently that you can go backwards before it says go.
Yeah. And it was a
Even
casual
though-
player who found it, and I
Yeah.
created the strat out of it.
Casual players probably knew about this for years.
Yeah, for sure.
That's not the speedrunning community.
Wow. And unlike Obiyo, Nordic is actually very lucky because he messed up the strat a bit. So the CPUs didn't move the way they are supposed to, because he was too slow with his homing rockets in the beginning. But Timber actually came up from the other direction, so he could just snipe him down. So he was very lucky, but Obiyo was extremely unlucky. But I guess this evens out since Nordic was unlucky compared to Obiyo when it came to the tricky trick, or whatever you want to call it. The boss tricky you do in the beginning.
Timber wanted to help him.
Yeah. And now Nordic got the trophy for this world, thanks to the trophy storage.
Yeah, it just messes up your splits if you have to change your route.
Yeah.
Dependent on the RNG.
Exactly, because it's kind of messy with how it works in this game, because that wrong warp is something you do multiple times in the run, and depending on which outcome you get, you have to reroute. So yeah.
Yeah, that's part of 100%. You need to learn how to be flexible with the outcomes of the RNG.
Yep. So, yeah. And Obiyo is just, he's just used to doing Snowflake first. It's not a big deal, really, like, because he's doing the same route all the time, and the time it would, like, save to just get the overworld would be like 4 seconds over the other. So he's just like, okay, I'm going to keep these consistent splits, so I don't have to reroute for a 4-second potential 4-second time set. Bananas increase your top speed and acceleration, and they cap at 10.
Frosty Village coins is one of the hardest coin races in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's not like the locations are impossible, or it's just that it's hard to get the coins while also going fast.
Yeah, for sure. Frost Village is very tough. I missed the coin there, Bio. So yeah, this is a very good Evercross. Kirkhope, please. It's David Weiss who made the music for this game.
What a legend.
Yeah. Okay, cuts and skip from Nordic. Kind of rough race though, 51. So yeah, that was a very good race from Obiyo as well in the corn race.
That's hard.
Airfast Peak.
Getting your DKR card signed by Grant Kirkhope and not David Weiss, I would get rid of it.
And the Banjo-Kazooie card signed by David Weiss. Okay. So Obiyo took a kind of a weird route here. I think he just missed a lot of coins, and he wasn't really. I think he wasn't really thinking too much, because he went for the wrong coins and stuff on the first lap there. Okay, Which coin is he missing? Okay, good. So NordicBoa got all the coins, and now he's gonna go for the cut and skip here. And he got it nice. Without a pause buffer. Cut and skip. It was kind of a rough race for Obiyo since he basically did some stuff wrong there in the route. The coins are just a challenge. It's like when you beat the races normally, then you get to the tracks again, and you need to collect all the 8 coins and win again. Otherwise, you can't progress. So to face the boss for the second time, you need to beat all the levels by grabbing all the coins and win.
Has any other game before DKR ever done that thing where you have to get specific items and win the race?
I'm not sure. I can't say.
It is a really unique thing about DKR.
Well, and it's really very fun because then you play the same tracks, but you have to do other routes than you do normally, which is it makes the run more interesting because you have to know every level, but you need to know 2 different routes for every level.
Oh well, Beetle Adventure Racing has those boxes with the coins, but those are if you want to get a 100% and you don't actually have to win.
Yeah, sadly. Oops, Nordic flying out in the in the ice there. And Obiyo's already done with Snowflake Mountain, so he is not going to come back to... Okay, and this got skipped for Nordic. So Obiyo's entirely done with this area.
Second trophy storage, and then Sherbet Island.
Yep.
Or he could get Dragon Plane and do something else first.
You should have seen, like, if you played this game a lot as a kid, you probably saw the coins because they appear very, like, you just have to beat the boss for the first time, and they appear in the world after.
Oh wow, Greenwood Village coins took me a long time as a kid.
Yep.
I mean, playing with characters like Pipsy, not knowing anything about A-tapping.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Yeah, I understand you, Juba. It's but it's pretty like it's usually pretty difficult. Like some of the coin races are actually pretty hard to beat as a casual player.
Oh, especially Adventure 2.
The mirror mode is not a cheat code. It's just if you beat Adventure 1, if you beat the final boss on Adventure 1, that alternative will appear. So you can start something called Adventure 2.
But the thing is that it's not just that the levels are mirrored, the coin locations changed.
That's right. The coin locations are in way worse spots. Yeah, like Joe says, they're like ROM hack style placed. They're terrible.
I can imagine if someone did a ROM hack of DKR, they would probably put coins out of bounds.
Probably. Would be more fun.
Like, you have to do Dark Moon Caverns out of bounds.
That would never be consistent enough. Two-player, yeah. Well, if you want to play two-player in the adventure mode, there's a code called Joint Venture you can enter. But you can also play two players and wrong warp into the overworld. But that's the more complicated way, I guess.
Yeah, that's actually a fun thing you can do with two players in tracked mode. You can do the wrong warp in Hot Up Volcano, and then it will send you to the Dragon Forest lobby, and one of you will be in a plane, and so you can use that to play levels in plane that are definitely not intended to be playable with plane.
Yeah, like Boulder Canyon, where you only can play with hover normally. Okay, that and the Fossil Canyon from Obiyo was really good. Again. Let's see what this jungle. Oh, bonked to the wall there. Something that happens sometimes, which is really annoying. 40. That's yeah. Still rough.
What will the
So,
RG bring us?
Yeah. So it's time for trophy storage number 2. Wrong warp number 2. So let's see. What's Obiyo doing?
He's not doing Oxford style routing, isn't he?
Maybe. I think he is actually. Yeah. So Obiyo's actually finishing the Dino Trophy, and oops, it looped.
It's not slower to do it now.
No, technically it doesn't matter when you do it. If you do, like you can do it first, second, or third. If
You
do
just
it
have
on
to
the,
do it before Future Fun lands.
Yep. And yeah, so and before Dragon, because otherwise it would be a very weird routing.
You just have to go to do one extra trip and waste time.
Yeah, the clock character is very good. He's way better than the other characters, but believe me, it's not only because of the clock character they are going this quickly.
I mean, you could give Giz let's say bumper, and it would still look really, really fast.
Yeah, like you can still easily lap the other characters with every single character. Yeah, Conquer, like you can get very good times. Yeah, you can get very good times with most of the characters.
Not Diddy.
No, it's just because you're not used to him.
Come on, Diddy is one of the worst characters in the game.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so let's look at Nordic's RNG, Dragon Car. Okay. So, this is a little weird now, because Obiyo did the trophy early, so it now looks like Nordic is ahead. Because he did the wrong warp, but he does not know, because Obiyo is entering the trophy.
Yeah, Drumstick is the second best character.
Yeah, but he has already done another trophy. The best character, excluding TT, is Drumstick, for sure. By a long shot.
Drumstick has that one thing that is faster in some plane tracks.
Yeah, than TT, yeah. So Drumstick is actually the preferable character to use for a couple of plane tracks in time trials. Over TT.
I always wondered, for some plane tracks where you still use TT, would it be faster to use Drumstick in Pass?
Maybe, but it's just like the reason you use oh, Nordic forgot the coin. Wait, what? No, Nordic. Oh, I just understood what he did. He did a huge mistake. He went to Treasure Caves instead of Darkmoon Caverns. So he needs to do that for the trophy. Yeah. So he now got the trophy, but he... Oh wow, that's a huge mistake.
Instead of Darkwater Beach.
That's a huge mistake from Nordic, because... Wow. He's supposed to lose the minigame to get the trophy, but instead he finished Treasure Caves. And that's like 25 seconds.
How exactly did that happen? It's a long time ago that was in the route.
I just think he didn't really think. He just entered Treasure Caves like you usually do when you enter.
Because it wasn't always known that you could just get the trophy with the minigames.
Yeah.
That it was faster to do so.
Obiyo had a very bad Jungle Falls right there. I'm gonna mock him from that later. 44.
It's hard to get fast Darkwater Beach.
Yeah, Darkwater Beach is, in my opinion, is probably the most, like for me, the most difficult thing in the entire run. Dragon Plane from Obiyo.
Wow. Whenever I comment, someone gets Dragon Plane.
So Obiyo gets Dragon Plane. So Andy, do you want to explain what this means?
And this means he, as you saw, can just fly out of bounds and enter Smokey early. And by doing that, the entire world will be in the post boss 1 state, which means whenever you complete a race, you also unlock the silver coin race. And so you can just do that without any delay. You just get the cutscene skip and press restart the race. You're in the silver coin race, saving you the backtracking and the loading. But the thing is, you can really only save time from it if you do get the cutscene skips on the first races.
That's right. So it saves time for loading zones and moving around in the lobby.
It basically makes the world like Future Funland.
Yeah. TT, the clock they are using, is definitely the best character by a long shot. Tip Top is actually a low tier character. You said Frog? Is that from Chrono Trigger? No, but I'm not sure who Frog is, but Tip Top is he's a low tier character, but he's a good character for casual players.
Like he's intended to have those really direct controls, but he's still considerably better than Pipsy.
He's a turtle.
Excellent. Now try my new challenge. Collect all
The worst is to play hovercraft with Pipsy.
Yeah, that's the worst for sure.
Because it's not possible to, as a human being, to do the snaking fast enough to really gain speed from it.
My name is Crunch. That's what its name is. I know you know it, the name though, and
Hey, it's Tip Top.
it's Tip Top. So now we will see Obiyo go for Darkwater Beach. I'm actually interested in seeing like if he's actually going to go for the fast strat, because the really fast strat you can do. Obiyo has it. Obiyo has it in his PB. It's very difficult. I don't do it in my PB because it's super difficult. But Obiyo's actually really good at it. He's way better than me at it. Yeah, he's trying to go for it.
If you want to go really fast, you have to do those no-scope hits.
Yep, so no homing rockets. He missed that. Okay, this is gonna be rough for Obiyo. Ooh, he's gonna lose some time here for sure.
That
He went
sucks.
for the YOLO strat, and it's,
If you don't get it perfectly, you're losing time.
yeah, this is gonna be a little rough for Obiyo. Wow. No, Obiyo. Oh, he no-scoped him. That was pretty cool. But he's still losing a bunch of time here. We're going for the fast strat. That's the reason I don't go for it, because it's extremely risky. If you fail it, you're gonna lose so much time.
How much can it save?
Okay, that's pretty good. It can save around 15 seconds over the regular strat, if it's done really well. But it's if you do it mid well, it's like 10 seconds. Good race from Nordic. 110 Crescent Island. And now Obiyo's killing himself to get the trophy.
Lose all minigames strats.
Yeah. And that's what Nordic was supposed to do, but he did the coin raise for Treasure Caves instead, because he forgot the route a little bit.
Guess may make fun of the category lose all minigames, but he actually has the world record in it.
I do. It was like 2 years ago or something. I don't know. It was a long time ago.
Treasure Cave.
Oof, an oil slick there. That's pretty uncommon spot for the oil slick as well, for Nordic. So yeah, it's pretty interesting here because, as we said earlier, it looks like Nordic is pretty far ahead. Got the cut and skip, nice.
But Obiyo has an extra trophy, and he has done Smokey 1.
Yeah, so he has done an entire trophy plus Smokey 1, and he is around 3 races behind in Sherby 2.
So you can do the math.
Yeah. It's like the boss is like 220. Let's see, it's like 220, 340, it's like 6 minutes. Yeah. I would say that he's like around 2 minutes ahead.
Yeah, Smokey is a long boss race, and you can't do an out of bounds.
Yeah. And you can't skip the cutscenes around him. Excellent.
Now try my new challenge.
Collect all the silver coins from my world. This boss, Blue Bubbler. Thing is, Bubbler is usually a problem for casual players, mainly because they're using Pipsy or Tip Top. And the main issue with doing that is because their sharp handling makes their super low speed mainly is making them terrible in hovercraft, and their sharp handling is negative, like it's bad for them in hovercraft as well.
And you should know to use to let go of A for the boosts. Even though the game does tell you to do that, that's not a glitch. And another thing is that, at least for me as a kid, I knew about the thing with the boosts, but for some reason it never occurred to me to also use it with balloons.
Yeah. They don't technically say, they just say let go of A when you go over zippers. So they don't say that it works for balloons, technically, but it does. But when you beat Bubbler 1, that's what Taj tells you. When he's like, I got something special for you. Then he tells you that you can let go of the A button when you go over zippers to get the extra speed.
And he also at some point tells you that you can do that really sharp turning.
Yeah, that's after tricky one.
Where you go on 2 wheels.
Yeah. You see them use that technique all the time. It's a very unique technique. One that I feel makes this game better than most other racing games, like better than all the racing games I've played. But it's not only that, of course, but it's a technique that I really like.
Better than Mickey Speedway USA by the same developers. Even though some people will probably disagree. There are some serious runners of that game.
Of course. FRG.
FRG, yeah.
He played it for like 2 months, but yeah.
When will FRG return? Yeah, guess what game was a huge inspiration for the CRT?
CTR?
CTR.
But yeah, Burnout 3, I haven't played it. But yeah, this is a very unique racing game. I usually don't play racing games, but this is a game that is very amazing. Very solid race from Obiyo. Nordic, is he getting the sub 1? Oh, almost. Still a good Fossil Canyon from Nordic. Special prize. So it's time for Obiyo to
Yes, talking about
Yeah.
Crash Team Racing. Nordic has the world record for Bubbler. Who else would have it?
That's right. So Nordic now is doing the trophy, and this time he's going to finish this trophy. The one that Obiyo finished as his second trophy, Nordic is gonna finish now as his third.
Normally people never do it early because it just delays basically the RNG parts with the wrong warps, and you want to get those out of the way.
Yeah, that's right. I would debate that this game has a lot of crazy skips as well, but not the same kind of skips.
Yeah, it doesn't have
like-
that like race that you can finish in a few seconds.
I mean, you finish Tricky in 12 seconds when he's supposed to.
Star Wars
take
Racer
a
has
minute.
a race that you can finish in a very, very short time, but no one talks about Star Wars Racer ever.
Let's see, doing left and right analog stick make both of us yes. It's because when you hold R and you turn slightly to the left or right, the game gives you small speed boosts, probably to make the turns slightly smoother. And yeah. So what you do is you just like go, you hold like turn left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, like in a good rhythm. They're really basically neck and neck now, but Obiyo has already done Smokey. So yeah, then you could just go in a straight line while getting the speed from the small turns. So,
Yeah, I suggest checking out Star Wars Racer. It has a leaderboard on speedrun.com. I'm totally not advertising that game because I run it.
yeah, you did run it.
I ran it at ESA Germany this year.
Yeah.
It's almost synced, but they're not quite at the same part of the game.
Yeah, as I said, like they're almost synced. It looks like Nordic is just ahead, but yeah, Obiyo has already done Smokey the Dragon. So
We've had
he's-
races like that.
Yeah, so he's basically 2:15 ahead or so.
The race between Nordic and Joe D'Amelio was like super close
Yeah,
for a long
they're
time.
trading the lead back and forth all the time.
But one of my favorites in this tournament will still be that really early race between Brandy and who was it? Where they were really basically almost synced to the frame when they finished Tricky.
Yeah. Yeah, both of them got PBs in that race. So, Nordic is playing this trophy better than Obiyo. And yeah, this is going to be very interesting because sub 1 from Nordic, that's very good. 104 from Obiyo. So yeah, as you saw, like they entered this trophy basically tied. Nordic was maybe second ahead or so, but now he's 5 ahead. But yeah, Obiyo's over 2 minutes ahead still. Ooh, Obiyo bonked.
Who has
shot.
the world record for Jungle Falls currently?
In balloon race,
Yeah,
me, I do.
it's just a track where only Swedes can go fast.
Only 2 players with 34s is me and Kalle, both from Sweden. Yeah. Let's see, 38. It's okay. Obiyo bonked in the beginning, so he's probably getting a 40 or so.
Nordic did a really weird route where he went like to the right of that obstacle. And
Yeah, he went between 2 of the bones, like the ribs. Alright, so time for wrong warp. The second to last wrong warp. The
come
one,
on, aren't you?
So if Obiyo gets, if you get the, oh, they entered at the same time. Dragon Plane for Nordic, Overworld for Obiyo. Wow.
Wow.
Obiyo got the worst possible one because you're supposed to. It's only a 10% chance to get the Overworld,
And you don't
and it
do
wastes. Yeah, it wastes 15 seconds.
You don't switch to plane at the start because that would be slow normally if you get good RNG.
Yeah. So absolute garbage tier RNG from Obiyo, but Nordic got Dragon Plane. The fun thing now with this is that now their routes are synced. So now they're gonna do the same route.
It's funny if you get Dragon Plane, but then you get that Overworld for the third wrong warp. It basically kills half of your potential time save from Dragon Plane again.
Oof, Nordic. Harsh. Yeah, but Obiyo, as I said earlier, like even if Nordic, I would say probably is the player who has played this game the most out of any player. He's not the he's not the most, he's not the best speedrunner in the game. Obiyo is a very good speedrunner in this game. Nordic is the best time trialer overall.
I
So
would
he has-
argue Nordic is better at car.
I think it depends on the track. Watch out for that tree. George.
Definitely not at plane.
Okay. But Nordic is the overall champion in time trials, while Obiyo is super good speedrunner of the game. He has second place in this category, and Nordic is fourth. Yeah. But the difference between the PBs, no, fifth. He's fifth. And Obiyo is second. But the difference in their PBs is almost 4 minutes. So Obiyo has a 4-minute.
Okay, then the last key grab in the game here in Boulder Canyon.
Yeah. So Obiyo is going for the key here. Clean. Good key grab from Obiyo.
Yeah.
So yeah, but as we said, since they both got Dragon Plane, they're both on the same route. So yeah.
We have to see if Obiyo can get that cutscene skip.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though, because they can just re-enter the race after.
Also,
So
by
it's
the
not
way,
gonna change the route.
doing Trick Hit also didn't give Nordic the trophy because just beating the boss is also gets prioritized.
Yeah. So what we want to see here is him getting a cutscene skip and restart the race. Which he does. He exits the race,
Nice.
which is not what
What?
he's supposed to do.
Oh, that's a really annoying mistake to do.
Yeah, he's supposed to restart the race, not to exit.
That's just muscle memory, man.
Yeah, it's not too bad. He should just re-enter, but that's like he could have saved like 12 seconds, but he only saved 6 now.
It still saves time, but
Yeah, the Dragon Plane makes it possible to save double the amount of time on every cutscene skip here. Oh well, every first cutscene. Wow, sloppy beginning from Obiyo here in this coin race.
yet the keys have really dumb hitboxes. They're smaller than it looks.
Badger's actually the third best character in the game.
I always used Banjo to unlock TT.
He is good for unlocking TT. Obiyo. Oof, this is a harsh Boulder Canyon coins for Obiyo. Let's see the coin grab for Nordic here. Great. Great Nordic. Yeah, they're doing well, like when you become top tier in this game, you go do insane boosts in the side of the tunnel here, or the fortress, or whatever you call it. The badger
Maybe-
closest to CT, no. Well, if you mean the handling, then yes. But there are multiple characters who have the same handling. But the weight matters. Oh, nice dodging. Nordic does the exact
the
same
same.
mistake. What are they doing?
Haunted Woods.
And Nordic should have those extra hover skills because he tried his hands on some Wave Race 64.
Yeah, but he also has the balloon race IL world record for Boulder
I'm
Canyon.
very happy that I got 2 DKR players to play Wave Race.
For 2 days. The worst racing game of all time, Wave Race.
Yeah, Giz is the
Objectively.
only person that says that he thinks that it's like literally worse than South Park Rally.
Yeah. quote me on that. South Park Rally is a better game than Wave Race. So let's see if Obiyo can get the cut and skip here and restart the race this time, maybe. Yes, he did. So you can see he restarts the race and he will get into the coin challenge immediately. And that saves, so that cut and skip saved the double amount of time like it usually does.
I said that Future Funland works the same way as at Dragon Forest after Dragon Plain. But if you do this mistake there to not restart the race, you can't go back in because the door will be locked with a higher balloon number.
Yeah.
And yet Tipsy is awful. This would also agree.
Pipsy is objectively the
Pipsy.
worst character. She's the worst character for speedrunning, like objectively, because she's the slowest character in the game
Yeah.
by far. So
The funny thing is that the developers thought that they would make TT a bit more balanced by not make him perfect, but make his handling mid-tier. But they didn't realize that mid-tier handling is actually the best type of handling.
wait,
So they
what is Nordic?
just make him even better.
I'm very confused about Nordic is routing right now. So he went to Windmill Plains after Boulder Canyon, or okay. So now it's time for the hardest clip in the game.
Smoky Castle.
The Nordic.
Can he do it?
That's it. Oh, good.
The clip is not the hardest part though.
No, but that's what costs you the time mostly. But yeah, this is a very hard out of bounds overall. So the clip doesn't make it free just because you got it. You have to now you see like the areas are deloading and stuff all the time. And clipping back in bounds will cost you a lot of time, like a serious amount of time. So yeah, wow. This is really fast from the bio. The Smoky Castle. But yeah, looking good for Bio the Nordic so far in the out of bounds. See if he can get the cuts and skip restart as well. That would be very, very nice for him.
I'm disappointed that Obiyo is not using banana duping.
Ooh, he missed it. He's doing this strat really well though. Nordic missed the cuts and skip there, but I'm a little confused about Nordic's routing because he's supposed to go to Haunted Woods, but for some reason he went to Windmill Plains. Doesn't really make any sense, but yeah, it's not too bad. Like it works. It's not going to cost him too much time. But yeah, still a weird.
Yeah, the thing
decision.
is, with Dragon Plain, that after you get 4 balloons, you still get the cutscene that the boss door opens for the first boss race, even though you beat him. And that cutscene is just triggered by getting 4 balloons in a world. It doesn't depend on just beating the first 4 normal races.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird.
And there's an ideal route to plan that movement around that. Like, after you get that cutscene, you go into Smoky Castle,
Yeah,
then you do the rest of the levels.
exactly. And Obiyo misses the out of bounds. That's a 20-second time loss. So Nordic, if Obiyo keeps missing that, Nordic can have a chance. He misses it too.
Oh well.
Okay, so he's not gonna save any time over Obiyo here. Then... Well, it depends on if Obiyo misses it again, of course. But he's not going for that bounce. That's very surprising. I'm very confused about the decisions right now. Yeah, I don't really know what to say. I'm very confused about the decision making. And Nordic just does it in bounds now. He just doesn't care. It's understandable because it's only one lap out of bounds instead of two.
It's risky.
Yeah.
If you get warped back to
Obiyo's
the
gonna do the same
start
probably
line.
here. I missed the cuts and skip. Yeah, this is pretty big time losses here from both of them in this race. A magnet barrel roll. That's very rare to see.
Oh, I love it when people use the magnet.
That's a 35-second time loss
My
from Obiyo.
favorite
But he
type
got
of
the
roll.
cuts and skip, which is nice.
Early
And they're
combos.
just trying to throw me off. That's probably it.
Oh, Obiyo, what are you doing?
And
More magnet strats.
yeah. Well, Obiyo's going for the coin on first lap strat, which is fine, but it's just slightly slower than going out of bounds in the first lap. But yeah, Eternized the Dragon. You said Pipsy seemed quite good. It's because she's like, her handling is super responsive, so you don't really need to learn how to drift with her, and her acceleration is very good. And so yeah, you basically, like, as a casual player, she's very nice to you because you don't have to learn how to drift. She responds really easily to all your movement, and if you bonk, you will accelerate up to max speed really quickly. So yeah,
Obiyo just
basically
does it
for a
in
casual player, it's
bounds.
really good. But like in beating the game as a casual player, she's a good character. But if you want to speedrun the game and go fast, she's the by far worst because sharp handling is not good for planned movement, and her, like, yeah, the lowest top speed out of every single racer, so obviously not good for speedruns.
And Crunch is not as bad as a lot of people think he is.
No, it's just that the main thing with Crunch is that his acceleration is really bad. That's what.
Just be a Taz and never do mistakes.
Yeah, then Crunch is actually pretty good, but his acceleration is very bad. So every mistake costs you a lot of time with Crunch. But if you keep yourself from bonking and stuff, Crunch is actually not too bad.
Paddy would tell you that he's good at hovercraft.
Yeah, I disagree, but I'm bad at hovering compared to him. Okay, so they're in the same race right now, but they're a little off route. Wow, Nordic bonking. So they're in the same race, but the thing is, Obiyo has already done Haunted Woods ×2, and Nordic has done the Smoky Castle, has he?
I don't remember.
Because he's using the wrong route, so it's like a little off.
It definitely will do it before Smoky too.
He just
because
did it.
Reset. You reset after start.
How does top speed rank between TT, Drumstick, Crunch? TT has the highest, Drumstick second, Crunch third.
Nordic did it again. It just exited to the lobby.
I think his mind is somewhere else. He's kind of late at his place as well.
His mind is still at Drake Lake.
Yeah, the time is 1 a.m. here. We're in the same. Both me and Andy are in the same time zone as NordicBoa. He's in Germany, and Andy is from Switzerland, and I'm from
Yeah.
Sweden.
It's just in one line, basically.
Yeah. Drake Lake. Please don't talk about Wave Race here.
But we should talk about good games here.
Yeah, so don't talk about Wave Race. So, the thing with the drumstick and plane is that for some reason his barrel rolls are faster than TT's. I'm not entirely sure why, but like he has longer duration basically on his barrel rolls, so when you chain barrel rolls in a row, the drumstick comes up to a higher speed. Kind of weird, but I'm not sure why, but that's how it works. So that's why drumstick is better on some tracks than plane. So Obiyo is now going to the boss. And Nordic has both Haunted Woodses left. And these... Okay, if I want to be brutally honest, these Dragon Forests have been very rough for both players. Obiyo Smoky Castle was super beautiful, but like in general, these have been very rough races for both of them. Both like Windmill Plains. Oh my god, the CPU is destroying Nordic right there.
I think that the exact thing never happened to me.
Okay, Nordic got the cut skip and restarted this time. That's a new one.
Oh, it almost looked like Nordic got the glitch where you're stuck in the ground.
Obiyo with the bonk. Yeah, these players are extremely good, and it surprises me that they struggled so much with Windmill Plains. Like these are in the how.
I've
Obiyo
seen a
with
lot of
another
people
huge bonk.
struggle with Windmill Plains in those races.
Yeah, but this was more than usual, which is very uncommon to see, especially at this level. I mean, like missing the clip and stuff, and you know, doing it once or so is definitely something that happens. But
Obiyo just went for the entire thing in bounds
Yeah.
in the coin race.
yeah, exactly, and that's very very uncommon. If Obiyo's good in plane, he's bottom tier.
You see, bottom tier in plane is just whatever time I have.
Now Obiyo is one of the best players.
Okay, I guess now soon you'll get to do your signature voice.
I'm not sure about that one.
Come on, do it for the chat.
But Obiyo shouldn't be tired because he lives in Canada, so it's 7 p.m. for him, while it is 1 a.m. for Nordic, who's in Germany. Oh, Obiyo.
Ooh, that would have sucked if he fell down.
Yeah. You can't beat me. Yeah. Okay.
That was
So-
legitimately scary.
So now it's time for Whizbig. Gizpig. Yeah. Like, there is a route you can do in 100% where you do Whizbig early, but it's not really, it's not really faster. It's just worse.
It's a good thing it's not faster.
Yeah.
it makes it super reset heavy, but you have to do it in any percent. But who would ever do that stupid category?
I mean, I got the world record for it recently. I mean, I've had it for a while, but... But I got a new one this week with a new trick.
Yeah, some people will tell you to tap the A button, but Nordic just mashes it until it literally breaks.
Yeah, but the most important part with the A tapping, it's not like the speed of the A tapping is not like the most important thing. The most important thing is that you only tap the like you hold the button in for 1 frame. So, like, if you hold the button, like, so the button is in, like, held in for like 2 frames, then you will slow down drastically. So the most important thing is that you tap, so that you make sure that it's not held in for more than 1 frame. So it's always
Nordic just
very short inputs.
presses it every other frame.
Yeah,
That works.
new trick. The new trick was used very early. It's on the first boss, the Triceratops. It's like a checkpoint manipulation you can do, so you can finish the race. Oh my god, Nordic.
Oh,
So you can finish the race. It's RNG based, unfortunately, but you can finish the race in 12 seconds instead of 55 or so. But it's RNG based, and every
also
attempt
has the record?
costs. No, yeah, it does. I think. Yeah, this is a rough first lap. Barely ahead of Whizbig. Ouch. That was a rough first lap for Nordic.
2, 1. Blast off.
I think you're a little bit. You should refresh yours because you're behind me.
Oh, I probably should. That's a good test.
So it's time for Space Dust Alley.
Yes, Nordic has the record for Tricky, I just checked.
Yeah. Nordic. He's having a very rough Whizbig race here. So look at Obiyo with his Space Dust. If he gets it right, it's so crazy.
Obiyo is a god at Space Dust Alley.
Yeah, this is his signature track, together with
Darkmoon
Caverns, yeah. So his future final is really good. Oh. But when you try to go really fast, that's what happens.
A plane is just to go all in.
Yeah, 122. And this is like 116 pace, even with that bonk.
Why don't you try to get the record from him? Yes.
A Whizbig?
Space Dust Alley.
Oh. I tried that for a while, but I stopped caring about that after. Because, you know, it's really rough. Okay. Still pretty decent, like, except for that bonk. That was very good.
And you see, Obiyo did the same thing that Dragon Plane allowed him to do because there's no first boss in Future Funland.
You saw that Obiyo got sniped there, and that's actually something you can avoid that we usually go for. And okay, so ow. If you go for the red balloon in the beginning, then the CPUs can't shoot you down in the beginning. But he missed it, and then he got shut down. The fastest vehicle, like, it depends on the track, because plane is technically the potentially fastest one, since you can barrel roll yourself up to max speed. But like in most tracks, you can't really do that.
In 100%, it's just set what you have to use.
Yeah. In 100% you have to use the default vehicle. But I mean, if you have to choose, like, it depends on the level entirely. In some levels, plane is way faster, and some levels it's slower. Because you know, in
wait,
time trials we have categories for each vehicle.
there's
So
not
if you go to
really a category.
dtr64.com, you can go and check all the
How
tracks.
about we come up with a category that does balloon races? You just have to do every level once, and you can do whatever vehicle is the fastest.
I don't think we need another one of those.
I think we need that category.
Frosted Village Plane is beautiful. Come on, Joe.
I think we need that category.
Plane is slow in Ancient Lake. No. I have the world record, the time trial world record in Ancient Lake Plane, and that record is 11 seconds faster than the car record.
Just call
Just
that
say.
category all tracks. Yeah? Who's away from me?
No.
You see,
That's kind of scary.
no one can come up with that many categories as I can.
Ancient Lake Plane is extremely fast, I just have to say.
Even I like that category. Ancient Lake Plane.
Yeah. But yeah, as I said, what map does hovercraft, like, which one is hover the fastest vehicle? Let's see. I mean, there are 3 tracks, you know, the like Boulder Canyon, Whale Bay, and Pirate Lagoon, because you can't use any other vehicle in those. But I don't think that hover is the fastest is in any other level.
It's not even faster in Crescent Island where you can go over the water.
What is the world record for Spaceport Alpha shortcut 3 lap? This maybe,
hover?
but I'm not sure. Yeah, versus hover.
It's 136 balloon races.
Yeah, like Pirate Lagoon, Whale Bay, and oh, nice cutscene skip from a bio. Yeah, those hover tracks, you can only play hover in them, so. Yeah. Spaceport Alpha, no out of bounds. Yeah, but the shortcut track is might be faster. I don't know. I don't have the website up now.
Obiyo got
Oh, yeah.
all the cutscene skips so far.
Yep.
But you should be careful to get those coins in the next laps.
Yeah, because if you miss those coins in front of the loops on all 3 laps, you have to reset the level because you can't go back in the loop. So you really need to skip them. You got that
Patty,
coin?
you heard me. All tracks. That's a new category. Use any vehicle you want. Do it. Patty did Ancient Lake all characters, all vehicles with me, so obviously he will do that.
This is a very good coin race from Obiyo. This is probably a 138. If we try to go for that out of bounds.
For the swag. And
139.
we got the cutscene skip.
Yeah, nice.
It's really perfect.
The reason they're using the clock is because he's the best character in the game. Nah, he's just the best character in the game, so they just need to.
Wait
So
for it.
Nordic is probably going for that bounce here as well, even though he shouldn't. Yeah, but he failed as well. Let's see if he gets the cutscene skip. Yes. So they're on the same route still.
If someone missed one of the first early coin races, yeah, let's just go to do that trophy race with whatever balloon amount they have.
Yeah.
Because they specifically want to do the trophy storage with Spaceport Alpha. That is only faster because of the out of bounds.
Yeah.
if you play on another version where you can do that out of bounds, basically a non-Japanese version, it's faster to do Star City.
Yeah, or Space Dust. Depending on how good you are at the game.
Yeah, I guess you could just do Space Dust and just do that as the very first thing.
Yes. Saves a little bit of overworld routing as well.
And why isn't that done anyway? I mean, it's not that much slower to do Space Dust.
It's like 15 seconds. Space for Alpha is like 57, 58 seconds, and Space is like 115. So it's still a pretty big difference.
Yeah, we never mentioned it, but yeah, the out of bounds in Space Port Alpha is Japanese only, because it was the earliest release of the game and they fixed it in all the later versions. And also on the Western 1.0 releases, the game just crashes if you enter the loading zone in Hot Top Volcano.
Ooh, out of bounds from Nordic. Oh, I got the cuts and skip as well.
Wow!
Nice. So if you've never seen the out of bounds in Dark Moon, then that was it.
Patty's challenge, he almost did it. And yeah, then there's the Western 1.1 releases where you can do the wrong warp, but you can only get overworld and not Dragon Plane.
Funny thing about the Dark and Karen side of bounds is that I found it on accident in all trophy races run once, because I hit an oil slick right before the zipper, and I accidentally got into the loop with the spin from the oil slick, and I flew out of bounds because of that.
Yeah, SRL just considers Nordic's race to be done because you got the Darkmoon Caverns out of bounds.
Yeah, I don't think they're doing the race on SRL because Nordic couldn't connect or something. Dragon car for Obiyo.
The best would have been Overworld.
Yeah.
You optimally would get Overworld, Dragon Plane, Overworld. It's just really unlikely.
Extremely.
And just to bring it up one more time, that I once got the worst possible RNG.
Whoops. Whew. Okay. Obiyo almost threw away the race there.
if you pressed that option,
If you pressed OK there, then he would have lost the race.
exited the trophy race.
Yeah, because what he did was, like, normally, you know, as we said earlier, you restart the race so you don't have to watch the intro cutscene. But he wasn't really thinking, so he just tried to do it. But since you're in the trophy race, it's a different option, and it's only like resume or quit. So if you just press one down, it's gonna say quit, and then it's like, are you sure that you want to quit? And if the first option is no, so he just accidentally pressed the no button a couple of times. But if he accidentally pressed yes, he would have quit the trophy race, and he would have had to go back to Dino Domain and redo the entire trophy, and then Nordic would have been like 2 minutes ahead. So yeah, Obiyo almost lost his entire run there. Would have almost lost the race to that mistake, but he didn't do it.
Would have sucked.
Yeah, and his out of bounds was solid though. As we said, the Japanese version only out of bounds.
And aside from the wrong warp and that out of bounds, I forget, were there any other version differences?
Not for the speedrun. Obiyo missing the missing the out of bounds. This is very uncommon for a top player to do. Okay. He missed the shield, so he was a little afraid there because that means that he can get shot down by the lasers. So he tried to go from a really sharp angle so he wouldn't be hit by the lasers, but instead he missed the out of bounds.
And the strat
So,
with
yeah.
the shield is technically slower.
Yeah.
And you
but
can do it without any balloons if you want.
Yeah, but it's obviously very risky for a run. Yeah, gets out of bounds there.
Time trial.
But this was around a 20-second time loss for Obiyo. So let's see if we can get the cutscene skip here. Yes, he does. And he restarts the race and he enters the coin challenge. Out of bounds with the shield. That's right. Okay, that was a close call. So let's see if he goes to the. Whoa, okay. And he missed that coin. Ooh, this is another
Big
huge
time loss.
time loss.
Wow.
What's up, Chase? Yeah, very weird mistakes from Obiyo here. But I mean, obviously Obiyo is far ahead anyways, because Nordic just started the normal race, and Obiyo is almost a minute into the coin race.
Hi, Chase.
Let's see if it turns early here, maybe?
No, no, no.
Yeah,
Wrong way.
Obiyo turns early, that's what I thought. So he has to go back to hit the trigger. He's wasting a lot of time here, Obiyo. And he needs to go back and bounce, because he missed a coin in the laser room.
And Nordic clipped. Yeah, really solid.
Yeah. So let's not miss this. Okay, Obiyo gets it. And bonks. He's losing a lot of time here. This race is usually like 1:15-ish. This is painful to watch. 150, he just got skipped? No. Oh, and Nordic also missed it. They're synced. They're synced. That's funny. Okay, but yeah.
But still, you would have to mess up quite a bit to not win the race.
Our city.
No, Obiyo does not still have the world record. But yeah, as you can see, they're on the same race. Looks like they are very, very close, but Obiyo is an entire race ahead still.
Yeah, Nordic has not done spaceport coins because he missed the cutscene skip.
Yeah, so even if it looks like they are really, really close now, yeah, Obiyo is an entire race, Spaceport Alpha coins, like Andy said, ahead.
But yeah, you can't do mistakes like that when going against Giz.
I mean, I'm human as well, so
Yeah, unless Giz does the same thing.
yeah.
I just imagine the grand final that is just super slow, over 2 hours by both runners.
Yeah, I have the world record. And let's see if they can get the cuts and skip here. But still, a reminder that the PB difference of these two runners is 4 minutes, and the race is way closer than 4 minutes.
Okay,
Yeah, going off the ramp is around 8 seconds.
Obiyo was ahead by about as much for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, this run is probably Obio's weakest run so far in the
It started
tournament.
good.
Yeah, good tricky RNG and stuff. But might be his weakest race so far. I'm not sure.
Kind of fell apart after at Dragon Forest.
Yeah, Dragon Force was really heavy for both players. Ouch. Hit the corner there with the boosts. Yeah, they're pressing the goal line at the same time.
Okay, this will be Obio's last normal balloon race.
Yep. So they're so synced.
But Nordic failed the cutscene skip.
Yeah. And Obiyo is going for Whiz Pig 2, the final race of the run. But Nordic also had one more left. Huh?
I think Nordic lost quite a bit of time with cutscene skips in this run.
Yeah. But Obiyo did too, I think. So much time. Both of them lost a lot of time on Wind Plains.
Here, the little world.
The little world. Nordic is out of bounds. Nice. So Wisbik 2 also have this also has an out of bounds. So see if Bio can get the out of bounds here.
It's not as hard as like Windmill Plains.
No, it's way easier.
It's just
But
nervous.
clip back and move. Oh my god. Should have. That was a close call. Almost woke up back in bounds there. Andros and those guys.
I personally love Andros' voice in Japanese. It just sounds amazing to hear that type of evil voice in Japanese.
And Obiyo only has one turn left, and he's going for the goal. And
This is it.
he wins 1:53.00. That ties Nordic's PB.
It's actually a terrible time for Obiyo.
Yeah, that's actually with the RNG he had in the beginning. This run is actually pretty weak for him, but he he pulled off a win, and NordicBoa is knocked out of the tournament as for third place.
It's a really strong place for Nordic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has the 5th best time in 100%.
You said it right, Paddy. We have time winner and the swag winner. There's actually 2 spots where they can go out of bounds. The Wispig race, it's one before the giant Wispig ad and one after it.
Yeah.
And I generally want to go for the earlier one first, because if you fail it, you can back up at the second one, but if you fail the second one, it really sucks.
Yeah, for sure.
You lose a ton of time and can't get back up easily.
Nordic's gonna finish with a 1:54.
Well, do a 100% tournament, then we'll see how good Nordic is there.
1:54.47. Here we go. The losers finals has a winner, and the winner is Bio.
So
The Quebecois.
we now know what the grand final will be.
Yeah. It's gonna be
D, I
Obiyo.
guess.
Yeah,
versus
versus me. Me versus Obiyo in the grand finals.
At the
It's gonna
game's
be-
birthday.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. But I mean,
It's
if he
just-
plays like, if he gets a 153, I'm not gonna be that that worried.
You're just both going to be on the world record pace. But I mean, I'm not. I don't want to put any more pressure on you, but you should do something special for the game's 20th anniversary. You know, and that amazing double world record would be perfect.
Dude, I'm gonna get the worst RNG possible. I promise.
Can you really do a worse RNG than me? I got Dragon Car, Overworld, Dragon Plane.
Yeah, probably. With tie. We don't really have any rule for that. It's so unlikely that you tie. Yeah. Losers finals. Obiyo with a win. And Nordic, who has done a strong tournament, actually double eliminated by Obiyo, because Obiyo was the person who knocked Nordic into the losers bracket, and now Obiyo wins again.
The rivalry.
Yeah. And now it's going to be me versus Obiyo, and I was the one knocking Obiyo down to the losers bracket.
Can
So
you do a
he's-
double elimination?
Yeah, so he wants revenge there.
But it's Sweden versus Canada, and if this was ice hockey, it would be obvious who would win.
Yeah, Sweden.
First, Sweden has to qualify for the Euro in
Yeah,
football.
the World Cup, I mean.
Wait, it's the World Cup.
Yeah,
I
and
think
Russia.
World Cup.
World Cup in Russia. Gotta beat Italy. So yeah, November 14th. I need to check at what time, because I'm actually working that day, and I'm working the day after. So I'm gonna be home at like 1 a.m. from work, and I need to leave home at 6 a.m. So it's gonna be a rough day for me to have the race on, but yeah. I'll make sure to beat Obiyo anyways. Nah, I'm kidding. We'll see. I hope you guys enjoyed this race. A lot of interesting things happened, for sure. A lot of good speed, a lot of interesting mistakes and interesting good things. Yeah, Obiyo won by quite some margin at the end anyways, even though he lost a lot of time at the end.
Man, this tournament will end very soon. And it's so sad that I couldn't be in it because my PC was super broken when it started.
Yeah, I gotta be in the next one, Andy.
Definitely.
Do it right now. I can't because I'm working tomorrow. It's almost 2 a.m.
If you can't show up at the grand finals, just leave it to me, okay?
For sure. Alright. Yeah, I'm not sure if we have that much more to say for now. Make sure to get the final match between me and Obiyo, the grand finals. If I win that match, I win the tournament. If Obiyo wins, we have to do a rematch. So Yeah, since you have to lose twice to get knocked out of the tournament.
And it just raised the winner.
Yeah. In playing percent.
Yeah, obviously plain percent. You know, it's always the same rule. The one who beats the world champion is the new champion. Yeah. Thank you guys very much for watching. And I will have to watch a lot of this channel because of the link to the past tournament.
Yeah.
So
And,
check that out.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for watching.